But after a little further explanation, I realised that Brian was actually referring to his future wife, the beautiful Michelle. And this was back 2009. It turned out they had a lot in common. They had so much in common that they threw out everything they had two of. Think about that now for a second. They threw out everything they had two of. Okay, yeah, I thought that would actually die. Obviously it has. Myself and Ash met Michelle and Brian. When we met Michelle the first time, one of our favourite haunts, a pub in Dublin called the Oak in Dame Street, and it was a great night. Although we didn't actually, for the night that we was in, we didn't actually get much of a chance to talk to Michelle, because Michelle and my wife Aisling were dancing for most of the night and screaming, basically. You know what girls are like, they're out. So we didn't get a chance to get to know each other then, so we had Michelle and Brian over to our house shortly after for dinner. And that was another memorable evening from what I can remember of it. You see, Michelle didn't come empty-handed. She had brought along the ingredients needed to make a drink called mojito. I don't know if I personally thought that mojito were responsible for the spread of malaria. Actually, it's a rum-based drink with lime and rum, white rum and Bacardi. Okay, well, I'm not going to get into an argument about it. And tonic water and some mint. And it started off very well, and they're very enjoyable. You could you take a little rum. Sorry, I have the actual ingredients here. You take a little rum, you add a slice of lime, and add a dash of tonic water and a few leaves of mint. At least that's what you do with the first one. It is delicious, but very, very strong, or at least the way Michelle makes them. As the night went on, we got a little bit more creative with the ingredients. I recall some dandelions and a potato going in at one point. The thing was, when the rum ran out, I think it was Brian that suggested we substitute it with Windeline and a drop of Brasso to replace the tonic water, which had also run out. It wasn't actually as nice as it sounds. And I needn't tell you, I paid for it in the end. I was in a bad way. But thankfully, Michelle, she was something of a guide. She knew what to do. She was brilliant. I was in an awful state, and Michelle kind of looked after me. She even held my hair. She gave it back to me folded in arms. The class act all the way. And it was then that I knew that Brian was in safe hands. He never had any doubts that Michelle was the one for him. Well, I say that now, but there was that time he confided in myself and Ash that he was afraid that she might actually just be after his money. After we stopped laughing, I think he kind of got over it and said, okay. Brian has been one of my best friends now for the last almost 20 years. He's been at every occasion that me and my family have had, from birthdays, christenings, and even the odd court hearing. I'm not joking, our 3-year-old is a little bit feral, she's wild. Her mother's half Kerry woman, you see. You know, fire in the blood, fur under the fingernails. That's probably not fair. It's put the curry when it's at the table I have to go back to. I personally, I know now that Brian and Michelle were destined to be together and they're perfect together. Throughout the years I've known, yes, I've known a few people that I would consider to be a genuine friend. I'm not one of the Facebook type that have, you know, hundreds and thousands of friends. I have 3, 4 at best. But they're quality friends. Just look at them. And for that, I hold them above anybody else. No. physically. Just terrifying. He's incredibly popular at our house whenever he comes over. The kids absolutely adore him. They love to see he's coming. And now, in the last couple of years, Michelle is also, she's lighting up the doorway. The kids absolutely go crazy when they hear that they're going to come over. So I have to say, as far as I'm concerned, that's a fantastic sign. You know, the kids, they can't tell it like it is. So if a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old and a 6-month-old are anything to go by, this relationship will last. So I'd just like to finish by thanking Brian and Michelle for inviting us out here today, and to wish them every happiness in the world. I know that they will go at a pace and they'll have a fantastic life together. So could I ask you please to stand and to raise your glasses, please, to toast the bride and groom. The bride and groom. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, can I just, before I sit down, because I won't be able to get up again, can I just read out a couple of telegrams that have come in this afternoon. I know what you're all thinking. It's funny that telegrams have come in this day and age with email and phones, and there's a fax machine in the kitchen, I've seen it, but nevertheless there's some telegrams here for Brian and Michelle. Dear Sir or Madam, would you be interested in making real savings by consolidating any outstanding loans? Yeah, you could save hundreds. Please respond. And there's one final one to Brian and Michelle. Dear Brian and Michelle, just heard the news about your wedding today. I'm sure Michelle is a lovely woman, Brian. I hope this brings matters to a close. You can pick up your washing at any time. Please don't send any more. Kind regards, Phoebe Baskin.